Hey K-popers, and welcome back to Hallyu. In today's deep dive, we're going to talk about the girl group Momoland. Call them an enigma, a bunch of memers, a one-hit wonder. Regardless of how you view the group, you have to admit they've had one of the crazier journeys of any girl group in recent memory. So let's talk about them. We'll start by talking about their beginnings as a group from finding Momoland through to their first couple of releases, then of course we'll talk about the viral sensation that was Bboom Bboom. After that, we'll talk about their unfortunate decline that followed the viral success, and round out the deep dive by looking at their philanthropy, and of course having some fun with their memeing tendencies as a group. Before we get started, a quick thank you to Hallyu's honorary producers. If you want to be on this list and show off your bias group to everyone watching, you can support my work on Patreon. Patrons also have a say in lots of videos before they're released, so if you want to leave your mark on Hallyu, come join us over on Patreon. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Momoland got its start thanks to the 2016 survival show Finding Momoland. Unlike the Produce series though, Finding Momoland only had 10 contestants, and out of those 10 girls, 7 would make the group's lineup in the finale. After 10 episodes, the final members were Hyebin, Yeonwoo, Jane, Nayoon, Jui, Ahin, and Nancy. Interestingly though, 5 months later, they added Daisy and Taeha to make 9 members. Daisy was actually one of the original contestants, and some controversy arose around her selection just this year. On January 7th, Daisy claimed that the show was rigged. KBS interviewed Daisy and her mom, who said that after being eliminated, the agency asked her to meet the very next day and subsequently told her she'd be joining the group after promotions. The interview also included Daisy saying she was 70 million won or $60,000 in debt because of the production cost for this show. The label MLD Entertainment didn't argue this and said that it was in the contract that members were going to help cover production costs for the survival show, which is very questionable in my opinion. Anyways, back to 2016. Momoland debuted with 7 members on November 10th with the song Jun Kung Kwang. The song was a delightful bubblegum pop track, and it actually is on my top 100 K-pop songs of all time. The debut album was crowdfunded and it peaked at number 28 on the Gaon chart. The single Jun Kung Kwang did not chart though. Then on March 28, 2017, Daisy and Taeha joined, making Momoland a 9-member group. The next month, they released Wonderful Love, and 4 months later, they pumped out another song called Freeze. On the whole, the group was doing a little better, but they were yet to still achieve commercial success or even have a single song chart on Gaon's Hot 100 chart. That would all drastically change though with their next song. On January 3rd, 2018, Momoland released the EP Great with the single Bboom Bboom. The song was actually accused of plagiarizing Cerebro's Me Me Me, a song popularly used in Korean reality TV. The allegations were denied by the song's composer Shinsadong Tiger, who said that the bass line was commonly used in retro house and electric swing music, but I'll let you guys decide if you think it's too similar. So why did Momoland achieve viral success all of a sudden with Bboom Bboom? Sure, it's a catchy song, but what made it different from their other songs? 2 words: Jui memes. Of course, there were other factors at play here, but it all revolves around Jui. You see, 4 months earlier, member Jui had done a CF or commercial film for Tropicana sparkling beverages. Now, Korean commercials can be a little on the outrageous side in general, but this set of CFs for various flavors of Tropicana is even more ridiculous than usual. Take a look.
Tropicana sparkling.
These commercials quickly became meme material, and they were spread all over Korea. The memes became especially popular in the huge gaming community there. In fact, it even got to the point where players modded Jui into the extremely popular real-time strategy game StarCraft. So what does this Tropicana meme have to do with Bboom Bboom's success? Well, first of all, Bboom Bboom came out at the perfect time to capitalize on the meme. Everyone knew who Jui was, and everyone wanted to see her in a song. But MLD Entertainment did something genius, and maybe you've already picked up on it after seeing that CF. If not, let me help you out. Take a closer look at the Tropicana video and the dancing. Does it look familiar? It should, because a section of the MV for Bboom Bboom explicitly references this meme. Take a look. And if you pay even closer attention, you'll notice that in fact the outfit and the choreography are identical to the Peach version of the Tropicana commercial. MLD Entertainment fully steered into the viral success that Jui had stumbled into in Korea and added the perfect touch to their music video to bring all that hype over to the group's release. What was the result? Well, as I record this, Bboom Bboom has 458 million views, and the dance practice alone has another 87 million views. For context, that means that Bboom Bboom has more views than BTS's Spring Day and twice as Likey. And the success wasn't just limited to music video views. Album sales for the EP were up almost 6.5 times compared to their previous release, with the album peaking at number 3. The song itself also had over 2.5 million downloads in Korea, and it peaked at number 2. As a result of this success, Momoland also signed a deal with King Records in Japan, and they released a Japanese version of this song, which hit number 4 there. So to recap, Momoland now found themselves near the top of the music charts and squarely in the center of SNS activity in Korea, all thanks to a Tropicana meme. Unfortunately, their fame did not last. MLD Entertainment fell into the common trap of trying to recreate the viral success of Bboom Bboom instead of focusing on more original and creative ideas to build off of that past success. You can really see this with their very next comeback, BAM, which released 6 months after Bboom Bboom. It's obvious in BAM that MLD were afraid of straying from the viral success that Momoland had just experienced, as BAM is very similar to Bboom Bboom musically. I think this is most notable in the rap section of each song, so take a listen and see if you agree. Momoland followed up BAM with I'm So Hot in March of 2019, but the release did not have Daisy and Taeha in it. This, combined with the fact that it was another song which felt structurally quite similar to the previous releases, left many fans disappointed that MLD were holding the girls back from their potential. The rumor mill really picked up steam when Momoland had their next release on September 4th, which was their first Japanese album, and it was without Daisy, Taeha, and Yeonwoo. Things finally came to a head in late 2019 when MLD announced that Yeonwoo and Taeha had left the group, and that they were discussing Daisy's future in the group with her as well. As I discussed earlier, Daisy had that explosive interview in January 2020 where she claimed finding Momoland was rigged. On May 13th, she officially left the group. On June 11th of this year, Momoland had their latest release as 6 members, a special EP called Starry Night. Unfortunately, Momoland really fits the story of a one-hit wonder group. Now, I'm not saying the members are to blame here, but the numbers tell a story that's hard to refute. So let's look at those numbers. Here's a graph of view counts for Momoland's releases from debut all the way till now. Obviously, the numbers before Bboom Bboom have been inflated thanks to the viral success of that song, but even still, the 3 releases before Bboom Bboom only have a combined 29 million views. Bboom Bboom has a monstrous 458 million views, and the follow-up single BAM, while not as popular, still has a massive amount of views at 202 million. But you can see a clear downward trend here as the hype died off and MLD Entertainment were unable to keep the girls in the spotlight. I'm So Hot dropped down to just 58 million views, Thumbs Up again came in lower at 49 million views, and Starry Night has just 421,000 views. Now, all that being said, Momoland is still together and active as 6 members and has been making headlines in 2020 for the best possible reasons, giving back to those in need. In fact, Momoland has been very generous even going back to 2016. In October of that year, they were appointed as ambassadors for the International Relief Development NGO Play in Korea, and even volunteered at the Phuc Luong village in Vietnam for 5 days straight to encourage students to participate in kindergarten construction service. And this year, the girls have been helping those affected by the global economic shutdown. As I've discussed in previous news videos from this past summer, the girls have made several donations of feminine hygiene products to families in need, which is really commendable by them. So we know the girls are great people, and to make sure we really end this deep dive off on a great note, let's circle back to the memes. Because really, memes are at the very core of Momoland's crazy story. And the members also love memes. So we'll end off with a compilation of my favorite type of meme, the dab. Alright guys, that was the story of Momoland. What's your favorite thing about their story? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the future stories like this from the world of K-pop. This has been Deep Dive number 21, Momoland.